So today's challenge is to take this scruffy old mudguard and we're going to fit it on the speed twin. Or we are, I am. Stop talking in plural, Paul. So I bought some flat strap. I'm using this bracket here, which is part of the bottom yoke or the bottom girder stay. You can see that with a bolt through, which has then got a piece of, I used an old spoke to come up and hold the number board. So I'm going to reuse that to make the bracket. But there you go. You'll see all that when I get to it. So follow along. So here's the first strap, cut to length, and there's one fitted to the bike. And now what I'm going to do is this is thin enough that I can bow that a little bit, and then I'm going to put a kink on the end, and I'm going to weld a nut on the back. So let's have a go at that. Right, ignore the fact that it's unpainted and it's got bolts sticking out of the back, because they'll all get nipped off and it will get painted in a minute. So now we need to do that top bracket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that to make that radius, and I'm going to weld two bits up to go up either side of there. If that makes any sense. Maybe it doesn't, but I'll show you what I've made after I've made it. Alright, so made a bracket. I'm hoping it's going to cover up that hole. You'll see. Now I'm going to weld a couple of ears up, which you'll see in a minute. Right, last bit then. So we're going to put that against there, and I'm going to weld that. That nut is the space of the little ear that's sitting off the back of the forks that I can use, and obviously that's been shaped to the mudguard. So I'll weld that up and I'll bring you back. Okay, finished job. Top bracket. And the other one's resting in the sun, trying to dry off. I've deliberately not made a great attempt to paint it very well. I've put some thread lock on the nuts. I don't want them coming undone. And I suppose really, well, I'll put it on the bike and then we'll talk about why the hell I'm putting a mudguard on when I really don't like mudguards, or at least front ones. So yeah, explanation coming soon. So we asked the question, or I posed the question to myself, why the hell am I putting a mudguard on? Well, I'm going to do a video series, hopefully, on riding this bike to the 100th centenary at Montlhery in May. And although I hate front mudguards, and it's one of the things I don't have on any of my bikes, I've appreciated that the amount of rain we've had, the chances of us getting down there in the dry are absolutely remote. So I've had to sort of wind my neck in and say, well, okay, I'm going to put a mudguard on. Now, some people might think it actually looks nice, but it's not something I'm intending to keep on there. But I'm going to try it out and make sure nothing falls off. So I'm doing lots of rides at the moment to try and just sort of see what happens with the bike, and make sure it's going to be a form. I mean, you're never going to know. You're never going to be able to eliminate everything, but we'll give it a go and see what we can do. So anyway, that's the mudguard fitted, and hopefully I'll never get a chance to have to use it in anger. In other words, it's not going to be raining, but I think that's a bit of a vain hope. Okay.